while in a broad sense, I see the comparison that may have been trying to be made, but I believe that they had acted very differently prior to that happening than we have acted prior to this happening. Well, they were a unit from day one. It would actually be like they were more like Mrs. Robinson than they were like us. We were more like the people who overthrew the horsemen. It came on later. It was the people that were arrogant from day one.
Remember where it came from? Remember
no, I understand.
that wasn't the comparison, that it was the other way.
Well, I see that, but I can speak on my own behalf. I think I can speak on at least, say, Jessica's behalf, Dustin's behalf. We weren't arrogant or in a good place from day one. We were in a terrible place for a good 2 weeks, before things settled down a little bit.
Not really. I think we were fine. And
I was never in, I mean, I think some of us took longer.
Please put on your microphone.
We certainly weren't coming out of gates like fucking guns a-blazing,
His major mistake was that if he was not playing with them, he should have come to us and said, or at least with me, instead of that, dude, I got something going on, and I can't say anything
if that was not the case,
he was hedging his bets, and he knew he was.
He was in two separate things. Period, end of story. Everybody else who was a part of that is being held.
Obstructing.
Everyone else who was a part of that is being held accountable for it, and he should be as well.
Absolutely.
And I'll just tell you, we played that little game outside just now about, what traits that you would take from people or whatever. And both of the girls, I think and Dustin actually, all took Nick's charisma as one of the things that they would look for in someone.
That's why everyone is having such a hard time. That's why everything was so weird last night.
And that's why he's got to go.
I'm not saying that he doesn't. So don't...
No, I'm not interpreting it as such.
Listen,
I understand. I can evaluate things.
We need to talk about things like this, because this isn't going to be the last time that we sit down and talk about something like this.
That's fine. I don't have a problem talking
about it. I mean, you understand why it makes me stop and actually think, because when you can see the entire picture all the way around, instead of from your perspective or my perspective,
I
it's
understand,
like little beams going in.
Can I at least present a contrary argument? When they did that, it was really early. It was like week 3, let's say.
They voted out Holly?
Yeah, like 3,
no
4.
Way, dude.
It was before sequester, for sure. She wasn't on the jury.
Are you sure?
I'm almost positive, yeah.
I thought it was well in at least 4 or 5.
I would say 3, 4, or 5, but when they were
it
done...
had to be longer than that.
Because when they were done...
this little relationship thing going, and that's when Scott got all jealous,
that was the year with all of those...
With Karen, with Will.
Karen, Will, Diane...
Diane was in that one?
Yeah. Marvin, Diane and Jace
Marvin.
were like the arch... It's Marvin, what was it? Some other fucking couple of crappy girl type of people. And...
Couple crappy girl. Did you hear that? A couple crappy girl kind of people. You can't even remember.
Nokomis.
Oh, that's right, Nokomis. Oh, Cowboy was in that.
But basically, in that scenario, they left themselves at that point, let's say it was week 4, she went home, just for argument's sake. They left themselves down for the 6. We'll still be up 7-3. It's a huge difference. Then it was 4 against the rest of the house. It was 4 against 6. And they said, we're the best. Stand up and beat us. It's us 4 versus all of you. We're saying we're 7 against 3.